Have you ever felt the quiet whisper of time, like grains of sand slipping through your fingers, leaving behind not just memories, but perhaps something vital, something forgotten? We gather years like treasures, each wrinkle a story, each silver strand a chapter. Yet, as the calendar pages turn and the world around us speeds up, do we truly pause to listen to the ancient wisdom that lives within us, the wisdom that our own hurried lives might have overlooked? It's a strange thing, this journey of aging. We spend our youth chasing, building, achieving. We fill our days with tasks and triumphs, always looking to the horizon, to a time when we can finally rest, finally be free. We call this time retirement, a golden era where the burdens of work are lifted, and the sun shines brighter. But what if, in our eager anticipation of this freedom, we unknowingly set a trap for ourselves? What if the very peace we seek hides a subtle error, a common mistake many make after the age of 65, that can quietly, slowly, steal the very joy we've worked so hard to earn? Consider the old oak tree in the forest. It stands tall, its roots deep, its branches wide, offering shade and shelter. It has seen countless seasons, felt the bite of winter and the warmth of summer. But even an ancient oak, if it stops reaching for the sun, if it forgets its purpose to stand strong and grow, can begin to wither. So too can we. The mistake I speak of is not about money, or health, or even finding a new hobby. It is something far deeper, a forgotten art of living that, once rediscovered, can transform our later years from a quiet retreat into a vibrant renaissance. It is about understanding that true freedom isn't just about what you stop doing, but about what you start doing, or rather, what you continue to nourish within your soul. I am but a traveler, much like yourselves, who has walked many paths and seen many sunrises and sunsets. My hair, now white as winter snow, bears witness to decades of laughter, tears, and quiet contemplation. My hands, though wrinkled, have held tools, cradled loved ones, and brushed away the dust of time from forgotten treasures. In this long journey, I have learned a thing or two, not from books alone, but from the very fabric of living. I have known the youthful rush of ambition, the steady rhythm of work, and now, the quieter cadence of what some call the golden years. It was not always so clear to me, this truth I share. There was a time when I, too, dreamed of retirement as an endless vacation, a tranquil harbor where all ships would anchor. I imagined days filled with gentle breezes and not a single care. And for a while, perhaps, it felt that way. The initial relief was like a soft blanket after a long journey. But then, a subtle shift began, a quiet unease that I couldn't quite name. It was like a melody played out of tune, a missing note in the symphony of my days. This feeling, this subtle hint of something amiss, grew from within my own experience. It was not a grand catastrophe, but a slow dimming of the light, an almost imperceptible fading of purpose. I saw it in others too, in the eyes of friends who seemed to lose their sparkle, despite having all the comforts they desired. It was then that I began to understand the mistake, not as an error of finance or health, but of spirit. A lesson whispered by the rustling leaves and taught by the ebb and flow of the tides. A lesson that came to me through moments of quiet reflection, in the deep twilight hours when the world sleeps, and the soul awakens to speak its truths. I realized then that the richest harvest of our lives is not merely the absence of toil, but the continued cultivation of what truly makes us alive. Ah, the golden years. We paint such beautiful pictures in our minds, don't we? A canvas brushed with soft, warm hues of endless summer days. We imagine waking without an alarm, the morning sun streaming gently through the window, not urging us to rush, but inviting us to simply be. The aroma of coffee, unhurriedly savored. Long, meandering walks through sun-dappled parks, where the only appointment is with the rustling leaves and the chirping birds. We dream of travels to far-off lands, or perhaps just to the quiet corners of our own backyard, finding new beauty in the familiar. Picture a rocking chair on a porch, overlooking a tranquil garden, a good book open on our lap, or perhaps just the gentle hum of silence filling the air. There are visions of grandchildren's laughter echoing through the house, of leisurely meals shared with dear friends, of hobbies pursued with a passion that time once denied. It's a world where every moment is a choice, and every choice leads to comfort and contentment. This is the promise, isn't it? A time of gentle unfolding, like a perfectly bloomed rose, its petals soft and fragrant. A season of peace, where the storms of ambition have passed, and only clear skies remain. We believe it will be a boundless ocean of serenity, where our boats can drift without effort, guided by calm currents. A sweet reward for decades of toil, a final, peaceful chapter where every want is met, and every day is a soft whisper of ease. This illusion, so deeply cherished, is a powerful one. It shimmers before us, a mirage of perfect calm. And in its shimmering beauty, it sometimes hides the very truth that can make these years truly golden, rather than just gilded. This picture of gentle ease, this perfect canvas of contentment, is what we strive for, is it not? It is a beautiful aspiration, worthy of our years of dedication. Yet, even in the most serene garden, a hidden weed can sometimes take root, quietly drawing life away from the vibrant blooms. In the grand tapestry of our later years, there exists a common oversight, a mistake so subtle, so interwoven with our expectations of peace, that many never see it approaching until its shadow has already fallen. It's not a sudden storm, nor a crashing wave. Instead, it's more like a slow, quiet tide pulling back from the shore, leaving behind a vast, empty expanse where once there was bustling life. This mistake, this critical misstep after 65, isn't something one actively does, but rather something one fails to do. It's not a grand error in judgment, but a passive drift, an unnoticed surrender to the very tranquility we so eagerly sought. Imagine a ship, strong and steady, that has weathered many journeys. Its destination is a peaceful harbor, where it can finally rest. But once anchored, if its crew forgets to tend to the sails, to check the ropes, to ensure its readiness for future voyages, the ship, though at rest, slowly begins to decay. The winds of purpose cease to fill its sails, and the salt of disuse begins to erode its strength. This is the hidden truth. The dream of endless. The dream of endless rest can, paradoxically, become a kind of slumber for the soul. I saw it happen, not just in my own fleeting moments of unease, but in the life of a dear friend, a man named Arthur. Arthur was a master craftsman. His hands knew the language of wood, shaping it into beautiful furniture that would last for generations. He worked tirelessly, always with a project, always with a plan for the next piece. His retirement was supposed to be his ultimate reward. He spoke of it often, of finally having time to read all the books he'd collected, to fish every morning, and to simply sit on his porch, watching the world go by. And for a while, he did. His workshop, once humming with saws and sanders, grew silent. His fishing rod saw more use, and his porch swing swayed with gentle regularity. But after a year or two, I noticed a change. The spark in his eyes, once as bright as sawdust in the morning sun, began to dim. His stories grew shorter, his laughter less hearty. He hadn't run out of money, nor was his health failing significantly. He had achieved the very picture of retirement he had dreamed of. Yet he seemed adrift. He told me once, with a sigh that carried the weight of unspoken years, "I've done everything I wanted to do, and now I just sit." The quiet harbor he sought had become a still pond, and the absence of waves, once a comfort, now felt like a lack of motion, a lack of purpose. His hands, once busy and purposeful, now lay idle, and it was in that idleness that the quiet mistake had taken root. He had stopped cultivating new growth, ceased to seek new challenges for his spirit, and in doing so, allowed a vital part of himself to recede. Arthur's story, and indeed, the quiet unease I felt in my own heart illuminated a profound truth. The mistake wasn't about dwindling savings or unforeseen health woes, though these are certainly important aspects of planning. No, this deeper error touched upon the very essence of what it means to be alive, to be a human spirit navigating the world. It was a shift, not in our bank accounts, but in our sense of purpose, in our connection to the living, breathing pulse of existence. For so many years, our lives are structured around work, around roles, around deadlines and contributions. We are parents, workers, volunteers, problem. For so many years, our lives are structured around work, around roles, around deadlines and contributions. We are parents, workers, volunteers, problem solvers. These roles, whether grand or humble, give us direction, a reason to rise each morning, a sense of belonging. They connect us to others, to communities, to the larger rhythm of the world. When retirement arrives, many of these external structures fade away, like scaffolding removed from a finished building. And this is where the unseen mistake takes root. The error, simply put, is the failure to actively cultivate new meaning and new relationships after these structures are gone. It is the belief that simply stopping the old activities is enough, without understanding the profound human need to start new ones that fill the void. It's not about finding another job, unless that is your heart's true calling. It's about finding a new purpose, a fresh reason to engage with the world, to learn, to create, to connect. Imagine a river, constantly flowing, constantly shaping its banks, bringing life to everything it touches. If that river suddenly ceases to flow, if it becomes a stagnant pool, its vitality drains away. Its purpose as a life-giver ends. In the same way, if we allow our internal river of purpose to become still, if we stop seeking new channels for our energy and our spirit, we risk losing our own vibrancy. The mistake is not having enough leisure. It is having too much unstructured time without a guiding star. It is letting go of the old without reaching for the new. It is withdrawing from the garden of human connection, rather than planting fresh seeds of friendship and shared experience. It is forgetting that even in the autumn of life, new blossoms can emerge, if only we tend to the soil of our souls. New meaning and relationships once the old structures of work and daily routine fade away. This is the heart of the matter, the forgotten truth that lies beneath the surface of our golden year dreams. The wisdom, then, is not in resting entirely, but in actively engaging with the world, with ourselves, and with each other, in new and profound ways. Imagine the universe itself. It is not static, even in its most ancient corners. Stars are born, galaxies swirl, and new forms of energy constantly emerge. Life, in its very essence, is about growth, about transformation, about contributing to the grand design. We, as human beings, carry this same cosmic spark within us. To cease learning, to stop growing, to withdraw from contributing, is to deny a fundamental part of our being. This doesn't mean we must take on grand, demanding roles. It simply means tending to the garden of our inner lives and extending its bounty outward. It means picking up that instrument we always wanted to learn, joining a book club, volunteering for a cause that stirs our heart, or simply becoming a mentor to a younger soul. It could be mastering a new recipe, tending a vibrant garden, or even simply engaging in thoughtful conversations with neighbors. The form it takes is less important than the spirit behind it, a spirit of continued curiosity, of active participation, and of shared humanity. For in learning, our minds stay nimble and bright, like clear mountain streams. In growing, our spirits expand, embracing new horizons. And in contributing, we weave ourselves deeper into the tapestry of life, finding a resonance that echoes beyond our individual selves. This active engagement is not a burden. It is the wellspring of joy, the secret ingredient that turns merely golden years into truly radiant ones. It is the understanding that our wisdom, our experience, and our very presence are still precious gifts to the world, waiting to be shared. This active engagement, this continuous seeking of purpose, is the antidote to that quiet fading I spoke of. Without it, even the most beautiful retirement can feel hollow. It's a feeling many know, perhaps without naming it, like the poignant quiet of an empty nest after the fledglings have flown. The warmth remains, the memories are cherished, but the immediate purpose of nurturing and guiding is gone. The bustling activity, the calls for attention, the small daily tasks that filled so many years, suddenly cease. Or imagine a once vibrant garden, meticulously tended, bursting with color and life. The gardener, after years of diligent care, decides to rest completely. The tools are put away, the watering can sit idle, and the seeds for next season are left in their packets. For a while, the garden might still show the fruits of past labor. But slowly, inevitably, without new planting, without weeding, without the gentle touch of the gardener's hand, the weeds begin to creep in. The soil grows tired, the blooms fade, and what was once a source of beauty and sustenance becomes overgrown and quiet. This isn't to say that rest isn't vital, or that reflection isn't essential. Both are precious gifts of these later years. But if rest becomes stagnation, if reflection turns into rumination without action, then a deep sense of loss can settle in. It's the loss of the daily rhythm, the loss of being needed in a specific way, the loss of the future projects that once occupied our minds. This fading purpose leaves a space, a void that no amount of leisure or comfort can truly fill. It is a quiet ache, a yearning for something more, something that connects us to the vibrant pulse of life itself. So, how do we tend to this garden of our later years, preventing the quiet creep of disuse and the fading of purpose? The path to avoid this mistake is not a grand, arduous journey, but a series of gentle steps, like a meandering stream finding its way through new landscapes. It begins with curiosity, with a soft inquiry into what truly stirs your soul now. Think back to the dreams you once had, perhaps pushed aside by the demands of life. Was there a language you wished to learn, a craft you longed to master, a story you yearned to write? Now is the time to gently revisit those whispers of desire. Perhaps it's a new hobby, something that engages your hands and mind, like painting, pottery, or learning a musical instrument. These aren't just pastimes, they are acts of creation, giving new shape to your days. Beyond personal pursuits, consider the warmth of connection. Our social circles may naturally shift as life changes, but the human heart thrives on shared laughter, deep conversations, and the simple presence of others. Seek out new communities, a walking group, a local volunteer organization, a senior center class, or even online forums dedicated to your interests. These are not replacements for old friends, but new constellations of connection, offering fresh perspectives and renewed camaraderie. Even small gestures can open new doors. A smile to a stranger, a kind word to a neighbor, an invitation for tea. These seemingly tiny acts are seeds of connection, capable of blossoming into rich and supportive relationships. Remember, the world is still vast and full of wonder, and you, with your lifetime of experience, have so much to offer and so much yet to discover. The key is to simply begin, to take one gentle step toward a new horizon, allowing your spirit to lead the way. As you take these gentle steps, remember the wellspring of wisdom that resides within you. Each one of us carries a library of stories, a tapestry woven with lessons learned, challenges overcome, and moments of pure joy. This is your legacy, a precious gift waiting to be shared. The power of storytelling, of passing down your experiences to younger generations, is immeasurable. Think of the elders in ancient times, gathered around a fire, their voices rich with the tales of their lives. These stories weren't just entertainment, they were maps, guides for those who would follow. Your own life, with all its unique twists and turns, holds invaluable insights for your children, grandchildren, and even the broader community. Have you ever considered writing down your memories, perhaps a journal of your life's adventures? or perhaps simply sharing anecdotes over a family dinner, letting your wisdom flow naturally into the conversations? This act of sharing, of weaving your personal history into the ongoing narrative of life, is a profound way to cultivate new meaning. It connects you not just to the present, but to the future, ensuring that the lessons you've learned continue to resonate. It is a way of saying, "I was here, I lived, and this is what I discovered." Your experiences, even the seemingly small ones, can be a beacon for someone navigating their own journey. By sharing your wisdom, you not only enrich the lives of others but also rekindle your own sense of purpose. It reminds you of the value of your journey, of the unique perspective only you possess. It's like planting a seed of your own story, watching it take root in the minds and hearts of those who listen, and knowing that a part of you will continue to grow long after your own footsteps have faded. This is the timeless dance of passing on the torch, a beautiful and essential aspect of human connection. Beyond the richness of shared stories and new endeavors, there is another wellspring of renewal, one that calls to us with the softest whisper, the embrace of nature. For centuries, across all cultures, wise ones have sought solace and understanding in the wild heart of the world. In our later years, when the outer world may sometimes feel overwhelming, returning to nature can offer a profound sense of inner peace and perspective. Imagine stepping outside, perhaps into your own garden, or a nearby park, or even just sitting by a window overlooking a tree. Feel the gentle breeze on your skin, listen to the distant chorus of birds, watch the slow dance of the clouds. In these moments, the hurried thoughts of yesterday and tomorrow can begin to quiet, replaced by the calming rhythm of the present. The vastness of a starlit sky or the patient growth of a single seed can remind us of the grand scale of existence, making our own worries seem smaller, more manageable. Nature speaks a timeless language. It shows us cycles of growth and decay, birth and rebirth, reminding us that every ending is also a new beginning. The steadfastness of a mountain, the flow of a river, the resilience of a wildflower pushing through concrete, these are living lessons in endurance, adaptability, and the quiet strength that resides in all things. Spending time in nature, whether through a gentle walk, gardening, or simply mindful observation, grounds us. It reconnects us to the earth, to the ancient pulse that beats within all life, including our own. It helps us remember who we are, not just as individuals, but as part of something magnificent and eternal. It is in this quiet communion that we find not only peace, but a renewed sense of belonging and a deeper understanding of life's true purpose. In the grand symphony of life, sometimes the most profound melodies are found not in the booming brass or soaring strings, but in the quiet, gentle notes. Just as connecting with nature brings a deep sense of calm, so too does the appreciation of small joys bring a profound and lasting happiness. This is a truth often overlooked in our younger, more ambitious years, when we chase grand achievements and monumental milestones. But in the quiet wisdom of later life, the power of the small, everyday blessing shines brightest. Think of the warmth of a mug of tea on a chilly morning, the intricate pattern of frost on a windowpane, or the unexpected kindness of a stranger's smile. Consider the comforting weight of a pet on your lap, the perfect ripeness of a piece of fruit, or the simple pleasure of watching shadows lengthen across your garden. These are not fleeting pleasures. They are anchors of joy, grounding us in the richness of the present moment. It is in these unhurried moments, when our senses are open and our hearts are receptive, that life truly unfolds its quiet miracles. The laughter of a child, the scent of rain on dry earth, the feeling of sunshine on your skin, these are the threads from which a truly happy life is woven. Learning to truly see, hear, and feel these small wonders is an art, a practice that deepens with age and wisdom. It transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, turning routine into ritual, and simple existence into a celebration. This appreciation of small joys is not about settling for less, but about recognizing the abundance that already surrounds us. It is a gentle reminder that happiness isn't always found in the grand gestures or the far-off destinations, but often, it's right here, in the quiet beauty of a single, precious moment. Yet, even with all these invitations to new purpose and profound joy, there often lies a quiet resistance. A quiet resistance to embracing these new beginnings. Perhaps it is the comfort of the familiar, the subtle fear of the unknown, or the belief that our time for grand adventures has passed. But I tell you, the greatest gift of these later years is not just the absence of obligation, but the profound gift of time itself. This time, once a scarce commodity, now stretches before us like an open, uncharted sea. It is not meant to be merely filled, but to be explored. Retirement, seen through this lens, is not an ending, but a sacred opportunity for deep self-discovery and profound spiritual growth. It is a chance to finally delve into one's inner world, to listen to the soul's deepest longings, and to nurture the spirit in ways that the demands of a busy life often prevented. This profound gift of time also brings with it a gentle invitation to contemplate life's finite nature, not with fear, but with a quiet acceptance and a renewed focus on what truly endures. We all walk a path that eventually leads to the horizon. In our younger days, that horizon seems infinitely far away. But as the years gather, its presence becomes a softer, more constant companion. This awareness is not meant to cast a shadow, but to illuminate the preciousness of each remaining moment. It encourages us to ask ourselves, what is the legacy I truly wish to leave behind? Not just in material possessions, but in the echoes of kindness, the ripples of wisdom, and the warmth of love shared. What truly endures is not the transient achievements or the fleeting pleasures, but the quality of our connections, the depth of our compassion, and the light we carry within our souls. It is the wisdom we've imparted, the comfort we've offered, the beauty we've created, and the love we've given. These are the threads that weave into the larger tapestry of humanity, lasting long after our individual chapter is complete. This reflection on mortality, far from being somber, can be profoundly liberating. It helps us shed the unnecessary, the trivial, and to focus our energy on what truly matters to our hearts. It is a gentle reminder that our time is a sacred trust, and how we choose to spend it, how we choose to grow and connect, is our ultimate masterpiece. In these golden years, the greatest masterpiece we can create is a life lived with intention, purpose, and a heart full of enduring love. Life, in its grand design, is a perpetual dance of light and shadow, much like the journey of a single day. We begin in the radiant dawn of youth, full of vibrant energy and boundless promise. The sun climbs high through the midday of our working years, a time of activity and achievement, where our purpose is often brightly illuminated by our roles and responsibilities. Then comes the gentle descent towards dusk, the period we call retirement. For some, this twilight can feel like a dimming, a retreat into shadow. But I invite you to see it differently. Dusk is not the end of light, but a transformation. It is the hour when the harsh glare softens, revealing the subtle hues of the sky, the quiet emergence of stars, and the deepening mysteries of the world. It is a time for introspection, for seeing with an inner eye what the brilliant sun of midday might have hidden. Our soul's journey, too, has its own dawns and dusks. Each phase offers different lessons, different opportunities for growth. The wisdom of age allows us to embrace both the light and the shadow within ourselves, to understand that neither is truly good or bad, but simply part of the whole, beautiful human experience. The shadows of past regrets or missed opportunities can be acknowledged, not to dwell in them, but to learn from them, to integrate them into the richer tapestry of who we have become. This is the mystical truth, that even as the physical light may wane, the inner light of our spirit can burn ever brighter. It is a time for shedding the unnecessary, for refining our essence, and for preparing to greet the deep, peaceful night with a heart full of understanding. Just as the stars emerge more clearly in the dark, so too can our deepest truths and most profound connections become visible in the quietude of our later years. As we navigate this rich and complex landscape of later life, with its unique balance of light and shadow, the most important guide you possess is not found in any book or expert advice. It is the quiet, steady voice of your own inner compass. Throughout our lives, we are often told what to do, what to achieve, what path to follow. But in these golden years, the greatest wisdom lies in turning inward, to listen to your own intuition, to the gentle whispers of your heart's truest desires. What truly calls to you now? What brings a genuine spark to your eyes, a deep sense of contentment to your soul? For some, it might be the quiet solitude of artistic creation. For others, it could be the joyful chaos of family gatherings, or the profound satisfaction of helping others. There is no single, right, way to live these years. Your path is as unique as your own fingerprint, shaped by your experiences, your passions, and your evolving spirit. Trust this inner knowing. It has guided you through countless decisions, both big and small, throughout your lifetime. Now, with the accumulated wisdom of years, its voice may be clearer, more resonant than ever before. Allow it to lead you towards activities, relationships, and rhythms that truly nourish you. Let it be the gentle current that steers your ship, not towards some externally imposed ideal, but towards the harbor of your own authentic happiness. This means giving yourself permission to explore, to experiment, and even to change your mind. It means honoring your needs, your energy levels, and your deepest aspirations. For in listening to this inner compass, you are not just planning for a comfortable retirement. You are crafting a meaningful life, one that resonates with your true self, and brings a profound sense of peace and fulfillment that truly endures. As you listen to your inner compass and embrace the unique path meant for your later years, remember this profound truth: we are not isolated islands, adrift in the vast ocean of existence. Rather, we are all threads in a magnificent, intricate tapestry of life, woven together by unseen hands. The choices we make, the love we share, the wisdom we impart, all send ripples across this shared fabric. Think of the forest, where each tree, plant, and creature is connected in a delicate dance of giving and receiving. The tallest oak provides shade, the smallest moss holds moisture, and the birds carry seeds. Each plays a vital role, contributing to the health and vibrancy of the whole. This interconnectedness reminds us that even in our individual journeys, we are never truly alone. Our lives, our wisdom, our very being, are part of something vast and beautiful. And in these later years, as the outer world may sometimes grow quieter, the inner world of connection, purpose, and spirit can blossom with unprecedented richness. So, as you stand at the threshold of these golden years, or perhaps are already walking within them, I invite you to pause. Take a deep breath. Feel the accumulated wisdom in your bones, the stories in your heart, the gentle hum of life within you. Look not for a map drawn by others, but for the soft glow of your own inner light, guiding you forward. Consider all that you have learned, all that you have loved, and all that you still yearn to be. The sun may be setting on one chapter, but it is rising on another, full of new possibilities, new connections, and new meanings waiting to be discovered. Now I ask you, not as a question to answer aloud, but as a seed to plant in the garden of your own heart. What vibrant new color will you choose to weave into the tapestry of your remaining days, to ensure your golden years truly shine with the light of your unique and enduring spirit?